Hello, and welcome back to Fem Life. If you'd like to support me, please use my affiliate links mentioned below. Every purchase you make will bring me closer to my gender transition. Hi. I'm Janet Lynn. What's your name? She said with a lovely Irish accent. I'm Donna Anne. It's nice to meet you, I replied, giving a nod. I'm here for a makeup consultation for my Halloween costume. How about you? Jenny asked. Really? Me too. We're here to finalize my hair and makeup for my costume as well. It's pretty cool that we're both here for the same thing, I said, genuinely surprised. We easily chatted about school, homework, and getting ready for Halloween. Jenny mentioned she was staying with her cousin Adam for the weekend so no one would know about her costume. She said Adam had visited her house for the same reason. Just then, Janice called me over. Nice to meet you, Jenny. Will you be at the Lewis all weekend? Only until Sunday night, Jenny replied. Maybe I'll see you this weekend. Bye. I said as I left with Janice, informing her of the hairstyle we had chosen. She dampened my hair to straighten it, then combed my bangs down and curled them under. She gathered the hair on the sides and pulled it back just above my ears, teasing the top and sides to add extra volume. Using a small rod on the curling iron, she created long ringlets all around the top, back, and sides of my head. When she finished, I looked in the mirror and was just as pleased with the result as I had been before. All right, young lady, let's move to the cosmetician's chair. Janice directed, and I eagerly followed her to another station. The two chairs faced each other, surrounded by an array of bottles, pencils, and various tools I didn't recognize. Janice started by showing me a card with different shades of foundation. We need to find the closest match to your skin tone. She selected a bottle labeled Honey Beige and placed it in front of me. Mom came over and handed Janice another bottle. This is a cover-up to help blend the flesh-colored area on the dress. Will the foundation work with this? Wow, we're in luck! Janice exclaimed. This cover-up is from the same company as the foundation, so we can blend them together on her neck to seamlessly match her face to the dress. The transition will be so gradual that no one will notice. She looked very pleased. Now, Donna, what are your wedding colors? Wedding colors? Mom? I was confused. I thought it was just supposed to be white. I was thinking dove gray and burgundy. They would look great on her. What do you think, Janice? Mom answered quickly, as if she had given it considerable thought. With Donna's coloring, that combination will be beautiful. Let's go with it. Janice called over another girl. This is Carrie, who's the best at makeup. I'm handing the application over to her. I'll check back later, I need to start with Janet Lynn. Carrie examined my face for a moment before picking up the foundation and applying it with a sponge, explaining each step as she went. Next, she used a translucent powder to set the foundation and reclined the chair. We need to tidy up your eyebrows a bit. I'll apply this lotion first, it softens and numbs the area, she said, using a Q-tip to apply a cool liquid to my brows. After a few minutes, she came over with a pair of tweezers. I'm just going to clean them up a little. The fuller Brooke Shields look is in right now, so they won't be too thin. Thin eyebrows? What about school? Carrie, you're not going to make them too thin, are you? I asked, worried about school. Just removing a few stray hairs, no more than 20 on each side. They'll grow back, and you'll look just like yourself, Carrie reassured me as she began plucking. It stung with each pull, and although the process only took a few minutes, it felt longer. There, much better, she said, clearly pleased. She then used a brown eyebrow pencil to fill in what remained of my brows before moving on to my eyes. This can be tricky, so try to stay as still as possible, okay? Okay, I replied. I closed my eyes and felt Carrie gently wipe something across my eyelids, first one, then the other. She repeated the process 2 more times until she reached just below my eyebrows. Then, using her finger, she blended the areas she had wiped, ensuring the colors merged smoothly. "Lay as still as possible, please," she instructed, steadying her hand on my cheek as she applied a cool liquid along the edge of my upper eyelids. "Okay, open your eyes and look at me." Carrie carefully traced the edge of my lower eyelid with an eyeliner pencil. "Beautiful, would you like to see?" Carrie adjusted my chair to an upright position and held up a mirror. My eyes looked stunning, with burgundy blending into dove gray and pearl white just beneath my brows, making me appear much older than 9. "I love it." "Mom, what do you think?" "Very pretty, dear." "I knew that combination would look great on you," Mom said with a beaming smile. "Let's finish up, Donna." "We have more to do," Carrie said, getting back to work. She applied a coral blusher to my cheeks, feathering the edges with her fingers. Then she used black mascara to coat my eyelashes and a small brush to separate them. Next, Carrie had me hold my lips apart as she used a lip liner to define their shape. Finally, she applied lipstick with a brush, had me blotted twice, and declared me ready to get married. I looked in the mirror and was amazed at my reflection. I was beautiful. Mom discussed nail polish to match the deep burgundy lipstick with Carrie and bought the foundation, eyeshadow, blusher, lipstick, and nail polish to ensure we had the right colors for next week. She mentioned she already had the other items, so we could use hers. I thanked Carrie again for making me look so beautiful. On our way out, I saw Janice still working on Janet Lynn's hair. I waved goodbye, and she waved back. Mom said that since my hair and makeup were done, we should pick out a new veil. "The one with the dress won't work with this hairstyle," she explained. We drove a couple of blocks and pulled up in front of a bridal shop called Simply Beautiful. The gowns in the window were breathtaking. As we entered, a small chime rang to announce our arrival. A young woman with Melissa on her name tag approached us. "Good morning, ladies. How may I assist you today?" "My daughter, Donna Anne, is going to be a miniature bride. We need a veil that complements this hairstyle," Mom explained. "Oh my, that's simply beautiful on you. Let's head over to our veil section, I'm sure we have just the right one," Melissa said, leading us to the veils. After browsing through what seemed like hundreds of veils, Mom selected one that closely resembled the one Janice had used. It featured a headband covered in white roses and a sheer veil that draped to the bottom of my shoulder blades. The blusher portion was short, hanging just below my chin when pulled forward. "Perfect," was the only word Mom said. I glanced at the mirror. Mom was right, it was perfect. Melissa carefully removed the veil and packed it in a large bag. Mom instructed me to place it in the trunk to prevent it from getting crushed. I handled it with such care you'd think it was made of glass. Around noon, Mom suggested we stop for lunch. Craving tacos, I was thrilled when she pulled into a Taco Bell. As we entered, I noticed Janet Lynn and Mrs. Lewis settling down for their meal. "Hi, Jessica. Would you and Jenny like some company?" Mom asked Mrs. Lewis. "Sure, if it's all right with you, Jenny." "I don't mind at all. It'll be nice to chat with Donna," and Jenny replied with a smile. "Come join me, Donna." Jenny and I took a table a little away from Mrs. Lewis. Mom went to place our order, leaving me with Jenny. "Nice to see you again, Mrs. Lewis. So, Donna, what are you dressing up as this Halloween?" Jenny asked. "I'm going as a bride. We just finished my hair and makeup and picked up the veil. The dress is at home, so I think we have everything we need." "What about you?" I inquired. "Well, since I'm a bit Irish, I've decided to go as an Irish fairy princess from the book Fairy Tales. My aunt helped with the costume, and I also finished deciding on my hair and makeup today." "Looks like we're both as prepared as we can be," Jenny said with excitement. Lunch arrived, and we continued chatting about various topics, from hair and makeup to clothes and even basketball. It turned out Jenny liked the same teams I did. She was so easy to talk to, and I knew I'd miss her when she went home. Sadly, Mom soon said it was time to leave. We said our goodbyes and headed out. The rest of the day, I stayed in character as Donna Anne. I helped Mom around the house like last weekend, took Dad a snack and drink for his repairs, and even helped clean up the garage before dinner. I made sure to embody Donna Anne throughout the evening, trying to act as a girl would. It seemed to be paying off. Mom no longer needed to correct me, and Dad treated me like a girl, even holding my chair at dinner. That night, I slept with Rosie and again, sharing my commitment to being the best Donna Anne I could be. She just smiled at me. She's a great listener. Sunday was more of the same. I dressed in my pink blouse, charcoal gray jumper, black tights, and black Mary Janes, which had become my favorite outfit. I managed to put in my fall reasonably well, though Mom made a few adjustments. Mom decided we should review the costume to ensure we had everything. We found that we were missing earrings. She searched her jewelry box and came up with a pair of gold dangly earrings with white stones. She didn't remember where they came from, but she had worn them for her wedding. Something old, as they say, Mom said with a smile. We reviewed the old saying and came to the following conclusions: something old, the earrings. Something new, the veil. Something borrowed, the dress. Something blue, my panties. We laughed, realizing no one would see the blue part. You're going to be a beautiful bride, Donna, Mom said, her voice thick with emotion. Mom, are you upset? No, not upset, just a bit sad that you aren't really Donna Anne. It's been so wonderful pretending, but I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now. Mom dabbed at her eyes with a tissue. I love you, Mom. If this upsets you, I can go to the party as something else. I hated seeing my mom upset. No, we have everything set, and you're going to win the contest. I'll order your bridal bouquet tomorrow, and on Friday, you'll be the prettiest bride ever. Mom nodded emphatically. Mom helped me pack everything so we could collect it on Friday and take it to the salon for final hair and makeup. She also mentioned we'd start with some prep work on Thursday night to make Friday go smoother. The rest of the day was spent fully embracing my role as Donna Anne. I helped Mom around the house and occasionally brought Dad cool drinks while he worked in the garage. He wouldn't let me help with painting, saying I might ruin my clothes. This part of the weekend made me a bit sad, and Mom noticed right away. What's wrong, Donna? Why so quiet all of a sudden? Mom asked. I usually help Dad on weekends. Last weekend we weren't home, and today he's doing things I normally assist with. But since I'm Donna Anne today, I can't help. Mom nodded and said, how about we do something together? I was thinking we could start and finish a sewing project this afternoon, only if we work together. Sewing? Mom, I don't know much about sewing. Well, you taught me how to sew on my Cub Scout patches. Is it more complicated than that? My curiosity was piqued. Actually, last week I thought about expanding your wardrobe. I stopped by the fabric store and bought 2 simplicity patterns and some lovely fabric. Come with me, and I'll show you. Mom led me to the corner of the family room set up for her sewing. I found this pattern for a simple A-line skirt, and I picked up this lightweight blue denim. It shouldn't take long to make, and I even bought the zipper and button the pattern suggests. Mom seemed excited. What do you think? Okay, Mom. I'm willing to learn, and since I'm dressed as a girl today, I won't have to worry about ruining my clothes. I figured it could be fun. Mom set up her cutting board and laid out the fabric, then we opened the pattern. She reviewed the measurements she'd taken of me and determined the right size to cut. We began arranging the pattern pieces on the fabric, and Mom was meticulous about their placement. Mom, why is there so much space between the pieces? We could use less fabric if we rearranged them. Donna, fabric has a grain or pattern to it. Imagine if it had stripes, you wouldn't want them running in different directions on the skirt. Also, following the grain ensures the skirt will hang properly, Mom explained in her instructor mode. We arranged the pattern carefully to ensure everything aligned correctly. Mom demonstrated how to pin the pattern to the fabric, and once we finished that, I cut out the pieces while Mom set up her sewing machine. After that, Mom taught me how to pin the pieces together, and we began sewing. She showed me how to use the machine, and I started on the long, straight seams, working slowly and removing the pins as I went. Mom explained this was to prevent breaking a needle if I hit a pin. Once I finished sewing the basic skirt, Mom attached the waistband and made a buttonhole. She asked me to sew on the button by hand since I knew how to do it. Then I tried the skirt on so Mom could adjust the hem, spending a lot of time to ensure it was even. Finally, I sewed the hem by myself while Mom added the zipper. Thrilled with the result, I changed out of my jumper and into the skirt. I tucked in my pink blouse and went to show Dad. "So, what do you think?" I asked, twirling around. "What? You look lovely." Dad seemed surprised and didn't immediately notice the new skirt. "Mom and I made this skirt this afternoon. Do you like it?" I reminded him of our project. "You did? It looks very nice. You did a great job. But then, you have a great teacher in your mother," Dad complimented. "Thank you, Daddy." I was delighted he liked the skirt. I told Mom I wanted to wear the skirt to the salon on Friday for my final hair and makeup session. She agreed, and we cleaned up our sewing project and put everything away. It was soon time to prepare dinner, so I helped in the kitchen, and dinner was ready in no time. Dad came in and held chairs for both Mom and me, a gesture I could get used to. The rest of the evening was spent reviewing my homework and making sure I stayed in character as Donna Anne. At bedtime, I took a shower as Donna Anne, carefully using a shower cap to keep my hair dry. After kissing Dad goodnight, I grabbed Rosie and Mom tucked me in. I recounted the day's events to Rosie and, feeling that it had been a wonderful day. The next morning, I woke up early, full of excitement. I used the bathroom, then went back to my room. I clipped in the fall, combed my hair, and changed into clean panties and white tights. I put on my new denim skirt and a short slip, donned my bra with the pads in place, and chose a white pullover top with a Winnie the Pooh design on the pocket. After putting it on and tucking it in as Mom had shown me, I checked myself in the mirror and was pleased with the result. As I finished breakfast, Mom came in to prepare breakfast for Dad. "Good morning, dear," she said with a smile. "Good morning, Mom. It's such a lovely day, and I really wanted to wear my new skirt. What do you think?" I asked as I stood up and carried my dishes to the sink. I then did a slow twirl for her to show off the outfit. "It looks very nice on you," Mom said with a smile. After a moment of thought, she glanced at the calendar. "Donna, there's a little issue. Today is Monday, and you need to be at school in about 45 minutes. I don't think they'd understand if Donna showed up instead of Donnie." "Oh no! I forgot. I was so excited about wearing this skirt. I'm really sorry, Mom. I'll go change right away." I dashed to my room. I quickly hung up the skirt and top, removed my underthings, and put them away. I placed the tights and panties in the hamper, grabbed my robe, and headed to Donnie's room. I got dressed in my school clothes and went back to the kitchen to see Mom. "Honey, let's take off your hairpiece for today, okay?" Mom suggested as she came over to unclip the fall. "I forgot, Mom. I wear it all the time, and it just feels right to have it in my hair," I admitted, feeling embarrassed for having overlooked it. "Let's leave Donna for now and focus on Donnie until Thursday night, all right?" Mom said gently. "Okay, Mom. I have to go. Adam will be here any minute for school." I grabbed my books and homework and headed out the door. As expected, Adam was coming down the street. He waved, and I waited for him. We always walked to school together. "Hi, Donnie. How was your weekend? Are you ready for the contest? I'm all set. Got everything finished at my aunt's house, Adam said excitedly. We did too. It's going to be great. Do you think either of us has a chance to beat Emily this year? I asked. I'm not sure about you, but I think I can. Adam replied confidently. So, what are you going as? I inquired. Not telling. What about you? He countered. Not telling either. All right, we'll keep it a secret. That way it'll be a surprise for everyone, Adam agreed. We spent the walk discussing other topics like football, basketball, and how much candy we hope to collect while trick-or-treating on Saturday, just the usual chatter between friends. At school, everyone was keeping quiet about their costumes too. Only the younger students couldn't keep secrets. All the kindergartners and first graders were sharing what they were wearing for the party on Friday, while the second and third graders kept their plans under wraps. Throughout the week, Adam and I kept busy with our usual activities. We played basketball after school, and he came over to play on my Atari a couple of times. We didn't discuss our costumes for the upcoming party at all. Finally, it was Thursday. I told Adam I couldn't come over since Mom wanted to start preparing for Friday. He understood, his mom had similar plans. Hi, Mom. What do we need to do for tomorrow? I asked. Just a lot of little things that will take time, so we need to get started tonight, Mom explained. I helped with dinner, and we ate when Dad got home. Afterward, we all cleaned up. Mom turned to Dad and said we had preparations to make for tomorrow, so he would be on his own for a bit. First, you need to take a shower. Wash and condition your hair with the shampoo in the shower. After that, we'll get your fingernails ready for tomorrow, Mom instructed, pointing the way. I followed her directions. While I was in the shower, I heard Mom open the door and say, I've left clean clothes and a robe here for you. Just slip them on and come to Donna's room. I finished my shower and dried off. On top of the toilet seat, I found my panties, nightie, and robe. I guess it was time to fully embrace Donna and for the day. I was excited to get dressed. It felt like ages since I'd worn anything so soft and silky. Even the sensation of putting it on sent a thrill through me. I finished getting dressed and towel-dried my hair before heading to my bedroom. Mom started with my nails. She used clippers to trim my toenails and then filed the edges smooth. For my fingernails, she shaped them into a slightly more pointed style, similar to hers. Next, she applied some vitamin E oil to my cuticles, explaining that it would soften them and make them easier to push back. This was all part of getting my nails ready for the contest tomorrow. After that, she clipped my hair back and applied a green, thick, lumpy mask to my face. When I looked in the mirror, I joked about how it would be perfect for a ghoul costume. It was quite a sight. While the mask dried, Mom blow-dried my hair. I leaned back and enjoyed the feeling, pretending it was Janice from the salon doing it. Once my hair was dry, Mom used clips to keep my bangs out of the mask while we went to the bathroom to wash it off. My skin felt tingly and tight after the mask was removed. I looked in the mirror and saw that my face was pink. Mom handed me some moisturizer, which I applied to ease the tingling sensation. Back in Donna's room, Mom used an orange stick to push back my cuticles on my fingers and toes. I couldn't figure out why it was called that since it wasn't orange at all. Mom then said it was time to get into character for tomorrow and to sleep as Donna that night. I was thrilled. I ran into the front room and leaped into Dad's arms. Mommy says I get to be Donna Anne tonight. So I'm in character for tomorrow. That's great, honey. I'm sure you'll do wonderfully at the contest. Now, get some rest, it's past your bedtime. Dad kissed me on the forehead. I dashed upstairs, grabbed Rosie and hopped into bed. Good night, Mom, and thank you for helping make Donna Anne real. Good night, Donna Anne. It's been a pleasure. Sleep well, you need to be bright and cheerful tomorrow. Mom closed the door behind her. I hugged Rosie and fell asleep. In the morning, I remembered to dress as Donnie, which was a relief. The school day dragged on as we had parties and early dismissal. At 1:30, we were let out, giving us time to get ready for the party and contest later that evening. I raced home, hopped in the shower, and followed Mom's instructions to wash and condition my hair. Then I went into Donna Anne's room to get dressed. Mom was there, holding a small fancy bag with handles and tissue paper peeking out. "This is for you," she said, handing me the bag. I was surprised. Inside, I found a new pair of blue satin and lace panties. They were stunning, with lace panels on the sides and around the waist and leg openings. The label read Victoria's Secret, a new store at the mall across town. "They're beautiful." "Thank you, Mom." I hugged her and kissed her on the cheek. "Donna, there's one more thing in the bag that you'll need for the salon," Mom said. I peeked inside and found a pair of white nylon anklets with lace tops. "You'll wear these until we get you dressed after your hair and makeup," Mom explained. Once she left, I began getting ready. I started with the new blue panties, which felt wonderful as they settled around my waist. Next, I put on the bra and inserted the silicone forms. I then went to the closet and pulled on my new skirt and the Winnie the Pooh shirt from Monday morning. Sitting down, I slipped on the new anklets and paired them with my white-heeled sandals, folding the lace tops down. I finished by sliding on a half-slip and checked my reflection in the mirror. I realized I had almost forgotten my fall. I quickly clipped in my hairpiece and brushed my hair. I asked Mom to help carry everything to the car. We made 3 trips and then went back through the bedroom to ensure we hadn't left anything behind. The ride to the salon felt endless. I was growing nervous. When we finally arrived, Mom grabbed the makeup and veil. "I'll come back for the rest while you're getting your treatment," she said with a smile. We entered the salon, and I informed the receptionist that Miss Donna Anne Jones was here for her appointment. After checking me off the list, Mom and I took a seat to wait for Janice to call me. While we were waiting, Adam Lewis walked in with his mom. At first glance, I thought it was Adam, but a second look revealed it was Janet Lynn. She confirmed this by announcing her appointment as Janet Lynn Lewis. She came over and sat beside me. "Hi, Donna. Nice to see you here again. Ready for the contest tonight?" Jenny greeted me in Adam's voice, which threw me off. I was puzzled by the absence of Adam's Irish accent. Yes. "I didn't expect to see you here again, Jenny," I replied cautiously. Yes, you probably need the Irish accent, don't you, darlin'?" Jenny said, slipping into her accent. She leaned closer and whispered, "Donnie, it's me, Adam. I recognized your mom when we were here last time. Since you didn't recognize me, I pretended to be my cousin. I went to my aunt's house to work on my costume. I didn't want anyone here to see it before today. By the way, you make a very convincing girl." I was stunned. Adam had been my best friend since before kindergarten, and I had thought Janet Lynn was his cousin. "You look so much like Adam, but when you mentioned visiting your aunt, I thought you were Jenny." "Wow, you look like a girl too." I turned to Mom, who was chatting with Adam's mom. "Mom, did you know that Janet Lynn is actually Adam?" "Yes, dear, I know. Mrs. Lewis and I have been discussing the costumes for weeks. I think you and Adam are going to be the belles of the ball tonight." Mom beamed. Janice approached and instructed, "Donna Anne, we're going all out today. Please head into the changing room, remove your shoes, anklets, and blouse. There's a dressing gown on the table for you. Once you're ready, come out and find me." She led me to a small room with a few hangers and a table covered with pink gowns. Mom followed with a clothing bag and helped me put on a full slip after I took off my blouse. "This will make things easier once your hair is done," she explained. I quickly changed and went to find Janice. "Barbara will start with you now." Sit here and I'll let her know you're ready, Janice said, guiding me to a chair. I noticed Adam was no longer in the waiting area and waved to Mom. Hi, I'm Barbara. You must be Donna Anne, right? It's a pleasure to meet you. We're starting with a pedicure and manicure so the polish will be dry by the time you get dressed. Just relax and enjoy, Barbara said as she placed a small bowl in front of me for soaking my fingers. She then laid a towel under my feet and used a scrub mixed with water to exfoliate them. After rinsing and drying, she used an orange stick to push back my cuticles, just like Mom had. She finished by massaging lotion into my feet, which would have been more enjoyable if I weren't so ticklish. Now, onto your hands, Barbara announced. She took my hands out of the soak and used another orange stick to push back my cuticles. Then she filed my nails to refine their shape, both on my hands and feet. Afterward, she used a cotton ball to wipe each nail with nail polish remover, ensuring the polish would adhere properly. Now for the base coat, Barbara said. She inserted foam pieces between my toes and applied a clear liquid base coat to both my fingernails and toenails. After finishing, she asked what color I wanted. I replied, Mom and I came here last Saturday and bought most of the items Carrie recommended. My mom is over there, I pointed to the waiting area. Barbara retrieved the bottle of burgundy nail polish from Mom's small case and returned to apply 2 coats of polish to both my fingers and toes. I had to keep my hands and feet under a dryer to help the polish dry. Finally, Barbara added a clear top coat, making my nails shine. I admired my fingers and toes, pleased with their appearance. Burgundy really was my color. Once Barbara was satisfied with my nails, she removed the foam pieces from between my toes and called Janice to let her know I was ready for the next step. Janice guided me to the chair and then went off to get something. I noticed Adam under the hairdryer and we exchanged waves and smiles. Janice returned holding a burgundy ribbon that matched my nail polish. I'm going to use this ribbon to conceal the bands and clips in your hair. By the time we're done, you'll look stunning, she said. She began by wetting my hair, combing my bangs down, and curling them under. Then she gathered the hair on the sides and pulled it back just above my ears. She wrapped the ribbon around the band holding my hair to cover it, teased the top and sides for extra volume, and used a curling iron with a small rod to create multiple long ringlets around my head. As she worked, she wove the ribbon around to ensure all the clips were hidden. I admired the result in the mirror, liking it even more than last time, thanks to the ribbon. All set here, let's move you over to Carrie, Janice announced. I walked to the cosmetician chair where I had been previously. Carrie greeted me with a smile. Hi, Donna. Ready for your big day? Today's makeover will be more comprehensive than last time. Whatever you think is best, Carrie, I replied. Are you doing Janet Lynn's makeup too? Yes, right after yours, so we need to get started, Carrie said as she began. Your mom brought the cosmetics we discussed, so we're all set. Just relax and enjoy. Carrie started with the foundation from Joanne that matched the dress. She mixed a couple of drops with some moisturizer to ensure it blended easily. She applied this mixture to my upper chest and worked it up my neck, blending in the face foundation as she went. By the time she reached my chin, she was using only the face foundation, leaving the top of the dress visible. She applied the honey beige foundation to my face and even my ears. Then, she mixed a white liquid with a bit of foundation to lighten and highlight my cheekbones. She applied it along my cheekbone from the middle of my eye to my ear and blended it with her fingers. Next, she mixed a drop of a darker foundation with the honey beige to create a shadow, applying it under my cheekbones and on the bridge of my nose to enhance my features. She noted that while I didn't have a large nose, many girls feel they do, so she always adds this shadow. She then used a translucent powder to set the foundation. Carrie used a brown eyebrow pencil to shape my brows, then had me close one eye while she applied a taupe pencil to the crease of my eyelid. After completing one eye, she did the same for the other, smudging the lines with her finger. With my eyes closed, she applied burgundy, dove gray, and pearl white eyeshadows, blending them together with her finger for a smooth finish. Please stay as still as possible, Carrie instructed as she steadied her hand on my cheek. A cool liquid was applied along the edge of my upper eyelids. Okay, open your eyes and look at me. She used an eyeliner pencil to carefully line the edge of my lower eyelid. Beautiful. Would you like to see? Carrie adjusted my chair to an upright position and held up a mirror. My eyes looked stunning, burgundy on the eyelid fading to dove gray and then to pearl white beneath my brow. Let's finish up, Donna. We still have more to do, Carrie said, returning to her work. She applied a coral blusher to my cheeks, feathering the edges with her fingers. Then she used an eyelash curler, which felt a bit strange and intimidating, but she assured me it would enhance my lashes. After coating my lashes with black mascara, she used a small brush to separate them. Next, she had me hold my lips apart as she defined their shape with a lip liner, then filled them in with lipstick. I blotted my lips twice, and Carrie declared me ready. I gazed into the mirror, amazed at how beautiful I looked. Mom came over, admiring me. Oh, Donna, you look so beautiful. I brought the earrings so Carrie could help put them in without disturbing your makeup. Glad to, Carrie said as she carefully inserted the earrings. There, now the other one. All done. She handed the little gold studs to Mom. I checked the mirror again. The earrings were a perfect match for my hair and makeup, and the gold and white sparkled beautifully when I turned my head. It's time to get you dressed. I picked up your bouquet while you were busy. You just need to get dressed now. Carrie, is there a larger room where I can help Donna and get ready? Mom asked. Yes, actually, we have a special room for brides. I'll fetch your things from the changing room and show you the way, Carrie replied, leading us down the hall to a larger changing area. This should work perfectly. Be sure to come back and show everyone before you leave. Mom handed me the dressing bag she had brought from the salon, which I hung behind the door. She carried the bag with the veil, bouquet, and accessory case. She then handed me the pantyhose we had bought during our first shopping trip. Though it had only been 2.5 weeks, it felt like a lifetime ago. I carefully unwrapped and put them on, being cautious not to get a run in the nylon as Mom had warned. The pantyhose felt lighter than tights, and the little flowers on the ankle looked lovely. I removed the smock, skirt, and half-slip, placing them on a table in the corner. The pantyhose felt different, the slip tickled my legs as I walked. Mom found a long, poofy half-slip she called a petticoat in the bag. She helped me slide it on under the full slip and tied it around my waist. With each movement, the layers of material swirled gracefully. I thought to myself that I could get used to dressing this way regularly. Almost done. Do you need to use the restroom? Once the dress is on, you'll need help, Mom reminded me. I figured it was best to go now, considering it took a small army to help me get in and out of this outfit. I finally understood why Mom always took so long in the bathroom. After much lifting, pulling, sitting, and more adjusting, I was ready for the dress. Mom held it out as I carefully stepped in. Once she ensured my feet were clear of any snags, she helped me slip my arms into the sleeves and fastened the back. Then she lifted the flesh-colored panel and hooked it in place. The dress fit perfectly. I looked in the full-length mirror and thought I looked even better than Joanne did in this dress. Donna Anne, stop staring and let's finish up so you can get to the party. Mom snapped me out of my daze. She had me sweep the back of the dress to the side and sit on the edge of a chair to put on my heeled sandals. Next, she helped me with a pair of white gloves, adorned with lace over the hands and wrists. Mom then retrieved the veil from the bag and carefully placed it on my head. As a final touch, she took out her Chanel cologne from her purse and gave me a light spray on my neck and wrists. She handed me a beautiful bridal bouquet featuring dark burgundy roses, greenery, and baby's breath on a plastic handle for easy carrying. Looking in the mirror, I thought I resembled the perfect bride. Donna Anne, look over here and smile big for me. Flash. Just a few more to capture the day. Flash. Now, stand up in front of the chair. Good. Flash. The flashes kept coming until I could only see spots. Mom must have used up a lot of film. After posing in various ways, I think she finally ran out of film. Mom gathered everything, packed it up, and soon we were ready to leave. She went ahead and instructed me to come out when I was introduced. It seemed like an eternity, but then I heard Mom announce, "Here is the beautiful, blushing bride, Miss Donna Anne Jones." That was my cue. I walked out with the slow, practiced steps Mom had taught me over the past 2 weeks. As I entered the salon, I heard comments like, "Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. She really is blushing. Can't lose." I smiled the whole time. One comment was spot on. I could actually feel the warmth in my cheeks, not just from the makeup. After thanking Barbara, Carrie, and Janice one last time, we headed to the party. I was thrilled to be going to the contest, though it felt like it took forever to reach my school. When we arrived, Mom handed me a small white satin purse that looked like a miner's sack. She told me to wear it on my wrist so I could still hold my bouquet. Inside were tissues, some money for refreshments, and my lipstick liner, lipstick, and brushes for a quick touch-up before the judging. "Mom, I don't know how to apply lipstick. What am I going to do?" I was frantic. "Don't worry. One of the lady chaperones will help you. Just ask politely," Mom reassured me. That made sense. I remembered teachers helping with that last year. "Okay, Mom. See you at 9. I carefully exited the car, making sure I wasn't caught on anything, closed the door, and waved to Mom before heading towards the school gym. I approached the registration table and asked for a contest registration form. The parent behind the table gave me a once-over before handing it over. I sat down at a table and began filling it out. "Hi Donna Anne. You look absolutely stunning. You make a very pretty bride," Mrs. Lewis greeted me. "Thank you very much. Is Jenny Lynn here?" I asked quietly. "She's already inside playing games." "Are you almost finished?" Mrs. Lewis inquired. I handed her the completed form. For the character's name, I wrote Donna Anne in an attempt to mimic the elegant script my mom used. Mrs. Lewis reviewed it, then gave me a number to attach to my bouquet handle to prevent it from damaging my dress. I thanked her and made my way to the gym door. As I entered the gym, it felt like every eye was on me. Though I knew that wasn't the case, the sensation was intense. I wondered if this was how real brides felt before entering the church. I scanned the room and saw people playing pin the skull on the skeleton. I joined in, figuring it wouldn't ruin my dress. I did reasonably well, finishing second closest among 5 players, and won a small skull keychain. I put it in my purse and continued exploring the gym. I stopped by the refreshment table to buy a soda, trying to figure out everyone's costumes while waiting in line. "Hi Donna Anne. You look lovely tonight. You make a pretty bride." I turned to see Janet Lynn. Her costume was breathtaking. She was dressed as a fairy queen, and it was even more stunning than words could capture. Her short auburn bangs framed her face, and her long hair cascaded to below her shoulder blades. A wreath of baby's breath and clover adorned her hair. Simple green stone earrings completed the look. Her spring green dress had angel sleeves that tapered into small loops over her middle fingers, making her arm movements resemble fluttering wings. Over the dress was a sheer gossamer covering that flowed with each step, with a handkerchief-style hem that was shorter in the front and longer in the back. Delicate wings were attached between her shoulders. Her makeup, clearly done by Carrie, was flawless, pale skin with a hint of green, rich burnt umber and warm brown eyeshadow, berry blush, and lips. Light green tights and ballet slippers finished the look. She was, in a word, beautiful. "Jenny, you look amazing. I had no idea fairy queens were so pretty." I genuinely admired her. We each got a drink and chatted for a while. Then Mr. Johnson, our principal, announced that the costume judging would begin in 10 minutes. Adam and I went to find his mom to make sure our makeup was perfect. She touched up Adam's lipstick and then reapplied my lip liner and lipstick. We were both nervous, but there was no turning back now. It was time for the parade and judging. I asked Mrs. Lewis if she could help me arrange my blusher so it hung correctly. She was happy to assist. I also requested if a gentleman could meet me by the judges' table to lift my blusher behind me, like a real bride entering a church. Mrs. Lewis spoke with her husband, Mr. Lewis. After a moment of surprise, he agreed to help and would meet me there to give me away. Mr. Johnson called for quiet and instructed all contestants to line up by number in the hall. We filed out and, with the help of a couple of chaperones, got into the correct order. We knew the parade of costumes was about to start because Monster Mash played on repeat for the judging. It's a catchy song, but we'd hear it a lot this year. Each contestant entered alone and, after passing the judges, lined up along the sidelines of the basketball court. My nerves intensified with each contestant who entered. Finally, it was my turn. Number 42, Miss Donna Anne, announced the chaperone. I took a deep breath and stepped into the gym, moving with the slow, deliberate steps Mom had practiced with me. As I approached the judges' table, Mr. Lewis emerged to lift my blusher. After adjusting it, he leaned over and kissed my cheek. I felt my face flush a deep red, truly a blushing bride moment. I finished my walk and joined the other contestants, keeping my smile bright and my demeanor sweet. Eventually, everyone was lined up, and the gym fell silent despite the large crowd. I will announce the top 3 contestants, Mr. Johnson began. Everyone looks wonderful, and once again, it was a tough decision for the judges. When your name is called, I will give your costume name and your place, then ask you to state your real name. The gym remained silent. Finally, Mr. Johnson approached the microphone. Third place goes to Cinderella and her coachman. Cinderella and her coachman moved to the stage. I'm Emily Christensen, and this is my brother Ben. She took her prize and stepped to the back of the stage. Second place goes to Miss Janet Lynn Lewis. Jenny floated onto the stage, her arms fluttering as if she were flying. Thank you. My name is Adam Lewis. This revelation elicited surprised murmurs from the crowd, many astonished that a boy was in such a feminine costume. Adam took his prize and joined Emily and her brother. And now for the winner of this year's costume contest. The envelope, please. A little trouble opening it. There we go. The winner is Miss Donna Anne. I was stunned. My hand flew to my mouth in surprise. The audience applauded enthusiastically. I composed myself and made my way to the stage amidst a flurry of camera flashes. Carefully navigating the steps, I lifted the front of my gown to see where I was going. At last, I reached Mr. Johnson, trembling and in disbelief. I had won the contest. Mr. Johnson handed me the trophy and asked for my real name. I took the microphone and said, I'm actually Donald Allen Jones. The shock and surprise on everyone's faces were palpable. It seemed I had truly convinced them that I was a girl. What amazed me even more was when my mom and dad joined me on stage. Overwhelmed with happiness, I began to cry. Mom quickly handed me a tissue and helped me keep my eyes dry to avoid smudging my makeup. I hugged Janet Lynn, as well as Emily and her brother. Being Donna Anne was so wonderful that I knew I wanted to experience it again. Mom had prepared a change of clothes to safely store the bridal gown. It was almost as if she could read my mind. She brought along a half slip, my pink blouse, and the charcoal gray jumper. Mom and I went into a classroom where she helped me change. After changing and helping carry everything to the car, I went back inside to enjoy more games until the party ended. Everyone asked why I was still dressed as a girl, and I explained that I had come to the party as Donna Anne and would stay in character until I got home. That night, I went home feeling like the happiest girl in the world. After undressing and using cold cream and moisturizer, I took down my hair and brushed it out. I then went into the guest room to put on my nightgown and panties. I went downstairs to kiss Dad and Mom goodnight before heading to my bedroom, where I took Rosie and to bed with me. I relived the entire afternoon and evening with her. Rosie and listened intently to every detail, from my excitement upon waking to the thrill of winning the trophy. She never grew tired of my stories. Finally, I turned off the light, snuggled up with her, and fell asleep. As always, Rosie and was the perfect listener.